Folks, it all comes down to this with college basketball's title on the line tonight. But in Western New York, it's a whole other stratosphere. The Sabres drought is over, but the Dingus Day Massacre is here. KeyBank Center tonight, Lightning, Sabres. We're breaking it all down. Tage isn't skating. What the hell is happening? Let's go.
We all need a place where we can be ourselves, somewhere you can leave all your worries on the shelf, and whether you win or lose, you can count on me, and I can count on you. You know this train never stops. 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 You know this train never stops.
Folks, welcome on in. Happy April 6th. Happy National Championship Day if you're a college hardwood fan. Happy Dingus Day Massacre if you are a Buffalo Sabres fan as well. I've got Slick Al on my left. I've got Rachel in the saddle, making sure we are on our best behavior. She's also on the mic today, so we'll have to be on our best behavior as well. And we've got, speaking of best behavior, we've got the Dreamboat down south, making sure we don't have boots on the ground, Slick. We've got boats on the ground in Tampa, Florida. Boat, how are things going down south?
Things are going great. And listen, I want to get ahead of this because I know what you guys are going to say. I am not aura farming right now. I'm not Chester Maxing. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just being my normal self.
Are you visual gooning?
I'll admit to that. We're visual gooning a little bit. Yeah.
Well, listen, the only goons we have our eyes on are Brandon Hagel and those scumbags from the Tampa Bay Lightning, Slick, but we're going to put them on pause. We're not going to let them put any precipitation in the area of our parade because the Buffalo Hockey Sabres are back where they belong, and that is the postseason, boys. We did it. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it.
Time coming.
I know it was nearly 48 hours ago now when we finished with the
Sorry, I had to do it.
been a long time coming.
It's in my blood for sure. I'm feeling it. I'm going both ways on it. I like it. I'm doing splits for it. It's like it is time to be back in the postseason. We're going to have the pregame in the Plaza. We're going to have Canal Side. It's all going to be happening at KeyBank Center.
Yeah, it's a welcome sight. You know, you're getting the emails about party in the Plaza. Too much expected for the watch party in the Plaza, opening up the floodgates for Saberhood to flood into Canal Side to watch these games. Obviously getting the invoices already for these playoff tickets as well. I mean, like, it's overwhelming, all these things happening at once. It's long overdue, but welcome back to the postseason, your Buffalo Hockey Sabres.
And Don, I know you got a lot you want to say on the gut and everything that this team has shown to get back there, the Lindy of it all. But real quick, on that playoff ticket note, you were able to secure some for your seat, right? Are you muted?
Mute monster.
Oh, muted. Sorry, guys. I got up bright and early. 10 a.m. is when they went live. I was communicating with John, like, how are we doing this? Are you taking lead on this? He said, I'll take lead. He got in there early. Now, if you saw, there were some people on mine, like 650th, like in line. We were 80. So we were there early. Still took him about 15 minutes to get to the screen to get tickets. Now, here's the controversial thing. They offer you 3 tickets, right? But they only offer, like, pick your seat in pairs. Like, you can't pick 3 in a row. He had to really dig to get 2. And then I think the third, the odd man out, is, like, alone somewhere a row up, or I have to double check with him. But kind of odd to say, no, you can get 3 max, and they can't all be together. We're only going to put 2 of them together. As he said, Sabres had 14 years to prepare for this moment, and it looked a little stale on this. Looked a little rusty on the whole ticket sales.
I picked up what you were putting down on that one. My flip side of that argument is that they have been making sure, like, the first line of extra tickets are going to the most dedicated people who have been spending money on these Sabres team for the longest period of time. I think in that regard, I don't think every team does that. I don't think all organizations do that. So I think they hit it out of the park on that one.
I think they are doing a good job making sure the tickets go to the diehard Saberhood, the ones that have had the priority, the tickets coming into this. Obviously, we jumped on. We didn't get the call for extras. So they're doing a good job at getting the priority to the ones who deserve. I do think Don brings a good point with the 2 and 1. It is a little strange. But then again, with the 2 and 1, you got to think it's spreading out and filling in all these gaps that are already aren't filled by the season ticket holders as well. So after all of this, you'd be pressed to find open seats for just general public anyway, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, they probably, like I think what you alluded to, Don, they probably could have tried to, like, isolate certain 3-seat blocks, or maybe if there's 2 and then 1 in the row behind, like, kind of creating their own blocks for sure. But I do like the way that Sabres fans are being prioritized. They deserve to be prioritized.
I do have to say, too, it wasn't so the way that we ended up doing it. I don't know if they sold out already for extra tickets for season ticket holders, or they're saving them for the people that signed up to get in once postseasons were a thing. But this is for game 3 too. So home game 3, not game 3 of the series. We don't know where they're going to be. So potential game 5, game 6, we said in the chat, we have 3 extras for. I mean, if I'm
could be a big swing game in the barn.
That's pretty huge. That's pretty huge.
Can you imagine coming back 3-1 and you got 5 tickets in the holster for a clincher?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait,
that's
Don,
what I mean.
So
it's huge.
did they give option, like, was it first come first serve on who got to game 1 and 2 for extra tickets? Did you just get to the front of the line and they were like, what we have left is game 3 available if there is one?
I'm unclear on that. Like I said, John knew I was out of town. We were talking. He wanted to take lead on this. He's kind of been, his card's been kind of the one that's been in the account. Though we both have access because we made a shared email for this. So it's unclear. Like I said, I don't know if maybe they're saving home game 1 and 2 for people that signed up, so the season ticket holders don't wipe them out. Maybe 2, they're saying we're giving the game that might matter the most, game 5 or 6, to the season ticket holders, the people that won't scalp him most likely. He's the hottest ticket on the market, I'm sure. Like you said, if it's a clincher or to stay alive. So
it is interesting because it could go both ways, given that you guys were 80th or so in line, and you said there was upwards of 650, and still came down to a potential game 3. They might be prioritizing the swing or the clincher, as you said.
Most definitely. Well, the clincher for the Buffalo Hockey Sabres was the Rangers winning over the Red Wings. Red Wings are just plummeting. I think they just missed the playoffs now for the 10th straight year with this recent cold streak.
Rangers with an 8-1 win yesterday as well. They're rolling.
You see,
it doesn't matter at all.
You see our guy, Pat Kane, too, with the season-blowing penalty.
An abysmal penalty late to give them a power play chance. I think with like 3 minutes left in the game, they end up scoring. Definitely disastrous. Yeah, I mean, Pat Kane went to the Red Wings and everyone made a big deal of it. I was saying this like in the pre-show. They missed the playoffs 3 straight years with Pat Kane. So
I think we have breaking news. Is this true, David?
Oh,
Hagel
no.
is ducking? Hagel's ducking the Sabres?
Hagel's ducking?
No.
We need to find confirmation on this. We need to find confirmation on this immediately.
Benjamin Pierce, no Hagel tonight against the Sabres. He's got a check mark.
Wow.
Beat writer, media relations
from
for the
Tampa,
Lightning.
Florida.
Oh my God! Wow.
What a pussy.
You have the Ducks player captain putting himself in when he's hurt to answer the bell.
What the fuck is this shit right now? I don't even care about breaking the drought right now. Like, seriously.
This is unbelievable.
What a bitch.
This is brutal. Brandon Hagel just ducking.
Yeah.
Brandon Hagel just being like, nope, I'm not showing up to this one. Is he serious?
It would appear so.
We had Logan Stanley on the menu. We went out and got ourselves a Logan Stanley for this spot.
We had him caged up, ready to go, ready to unleash.
We brought him to the front lines. We took off the holster.
We unleashed the sword.
Took off the safety.
Sword to chain.
Sword to chain. And he was about to go belt to ass on Brandon. Brandon Hagel is nothing but a scumbag who runs and he punches your captain 5 to 6 times when the closest guy is the goalie. The second anyone gets there, they're breaking it up. And when he has to answer for that shit, he's like you said, he's a pussy.
Glove to helmet against the ice when your captain's not even looking and unprovoked attack. Brandon Hagel, you're a bitch.
Brandon Hagel's just nothing but a bitch boy. That's all I said.
This is
you know
not
what?
how
We've got to make this.
biz.
Wait, guys, I got an idea. We've got to make this right for the fans.
Yeah, I agree.
If the Buffalo Hockey Sabres can't get their hands on Brandon Hagel tonight, someone's got it. We're gonna make a call.
Saberhood is going to.
We're gonna make a call.
We're gonna make something happen.
We are gonna make a call. This is unacceptable here. I'm distraught. Now I don't even know if I want to pull up the Mike Bunn tweet.
No, you do. You definitely do.
The Mike Bunn tweet here is now the whole game just changed.
The whole game did definitely change.
Who am I going after out the gate? I think now I got to go after Kucherov.
It's got to be Kucherov, right? I don't think anyone.
They didn't leave me a choice.
I don't think anyone wants to do that.
Hagel would have been the guy. I'm not going after Corey Perry.
No, but
you know what? I think you got to lure him into a sense of like, okay, maybe this isn't going to be like a brawl, and then like the third or fourth shift for Kucherov, someone just got to do it.
It's on.
Just hit him.
It's on site.
Just hit him. Like OS, not OS.
I mean, this is for standings too. That's how afraid Hagel is.
This is crazy.
He's like,
oh,
you know what?
This is
Finishing first doesn't matter. I don't want to get beat up. That's the most important thing.
Brandon Hagel is so afraid of catching those hands that he is willing to jeopardize the Lightning catching 2 points.
What are your teammates thinking of you, Hagel? You put yourself and them in this position. Seriously, the floodgates to that penalty box opened because of Brandon Hagel.
Yeah,
and here you are, early April, a few months later. No, instead of sitting in the penalty box after taking a can of whoop ass, I think I'm just going to sit in the locker room and watch this one.
You got the Mike Bunn tweet pulled up?
It's on there. Yeah. Hyperlink that shit.
I'll get it. I'll get it up here. Hold on.
Good shit, Don.
Because obviously, and I think it's fair for a bunty to do, analyzing the game, from a 2-point sense and a Dingus Day Massacre sense. I don't care. I want blood. I want.
There's a reason these black and reds are on today.
Here's my juxtaposition.
Yeah, Monday black and reds.
Monday black and reds.
Here, we got the tweet right here.
So let me see this. So pumped for Lightning, but not expecting a repeat of last time the Sabres battled the Lightning. Should be a physical game, but doesn't make sense to bring out the fisticuffs this close to the postseason. Must win for Buffalo if they realistically want to stay alive in the Atlantic. I get it. My position right now is I would rather fight them every time they're on the ice and lose 5-3 than this is the only other open-ended alternative, not fight them at all.
Agreed. Yeah, this is a statement game.
You might win. You might lose.
This is a statement game. You can't.
But I would rather fight them and lose 5-3 tonight than not fight them.
I mean,
Agreed.
based on fans' current feelings about Logan Stanley, are you going to miss him if he's in the box for 5 minutes?
No.
Well, that's why.
That's the guy we send. We're we're not sending Tage or Rasmus to go out there. We're sending, and again, this is something worth talking more about is the fans' feelings about that he's pretty much snake bit this team, that they're not as good now that they trade for him. I don't agree with that, but hey, this is why you got him, and according to everyone else, you're not losing much if he's in the box for 5-10 minutes on offsetting fighting penalties. So I think Logan Stanley's still going out throwing hands.
Send Logan Stanley right after Kucherov is my mindset. I don't give a fuck. Get Kucherov right in that box alongside Logan Stanley. Like you said, Don, if fans aren't going to mind him being in the box 5 minutes, might as well take off one of their best players and send a message to the rest of that locker room that Brandon Hagel did you a disservice by leaving you out to dry because he's a stone cold little bitch pussy that doesn't want to step up when it matters most.
Yeah,
that's it.
Third straight game for Hagel, lower body injury. But yeah, I mean, very telling.
Third.
Very telling.
Yeah.
Very telling. For sure. So
what's next?
With that said,
fourth?
Well, real quick, let's go back to our drought enjoyment talk. We're all over now with the Hagel ducking. That's what happens when someone does something this pompous. But real quick, for a blame pie, this time in a positive way, positive blame pie. Who do you blame for ending the drought? For your 100% of the pie, should I break mine down first?
Yeah, do it.
Okay. I am going to go 30% Dahlin and Thompson for the leadership and excellent play they've provided during this time. I'm going to go 30% Lindy Ruff for having like a 10-plus game losing streak last year, but sticking it out and staying true, and then eventually seeing the success they've had this year. I'm going to give 20% to the rest of the team, front office moves, things that happened. Like, obviously, the Doan trade worked out for us. Zucker's been awesome. McLeod's been awesome. Even if recently Sabres fans want to be upset. That puts us at 80, I believe. Then I'm going to go 10% Yarmo for the Yarmo juice. A little bit of it. I don't think it's as big a factor as some be making it, but it is a factor. And then 10% to the Saberhood, who never left. We're always there and are now more fueled than ever. That's my 100%. 30 Tage and Dahlin, 30 Lindy, 20 the rest of the team in the organization front office, 10 Saberhood, 10 Yarmo.
Okay. I'm going to go 35.
Okay.
Kevin Adams.
Bang!
For constructing the basis of this roster. I'm going to give the likewise 15.5 to Yarmo. Like you said, for the Yarmo juices, the trades definitely made a difference, mattered. That puts me at 50. I'm going to go 20% Lindy Ruff. Couldn't have done this without the coaching change. Back to taking the Lindy physical old school hockey. It gets me to 70. I'm going to go 15. No, wait, hang on.
Uh-oh. They deserve more.
10% to the rest of the team. 10% to the Saberhood. Leaves me at 5, right?
Yeah.
5%?
5 or 10?
I think it's 5.
Okay.
To the Beer Saber. Because the swing all started to happen once that sucker came into action. I know it's been out of action. Maybe tonight's the upswing we need on the Dingus Day Massacre. Beer Saber's been a huge part. I'm not going to run through back that. Just run the tape back. Don, what you got?
All right, I'm going to start 20% with the goaltending, UPL and Lyon and even Ellis. I mean, that's
Goaltending deserves a lot of it.
If you look at when we got hot, when these streaks happened in our metrics, it all came around how good the goaltending was playing. So 20% to them, 20% to Tage and Darlene. I mean, you heard they had that blurb where they kind of had a come to heart moment where they're like, yo, everyone wants to leave this team. And what did they say? I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not fucking leaving. And then they said, we got to turn this ship around. Managed to do that. So that's 20% to those guys. I'm going to put another 20% to Lindy Ruff. I think he's done an incredible job this year. I think the seeds were planted last year, but when you enter somewhere where the culture is so shot, even a great coach can't turn that around in year one. We saw that with the Tage of it all, taking the hit and no one doing anything. That was a far cry from where the team is now. So that puts me at 60%. I'm going to give 10% to Yarmo for switching up the vibes. Just coming in and doing his. I don't know what really he did, but you got to give him 10% just for the immediate change that happened. 10% to the rest of the team, the guys that have come out of the woodwork, Doan, Malenstein, Benson, Krebs, guys like that, Tuck even. That leaves me with 20%. Last 20%, I'm going to give to myself for getting season tickets this year and ending the drought on my first try. I should have done it earlier. I'm sorry, guys, but we did it. We did it.
Well, like they say, better late than never, but that's our blame pie. With that said, about tonight, back to the matter at hand, and this just changed in lifetime given the Hagel absence and everything, the forecast sponsored by William Matar Law Offices. So, with that said, with the juxtaposition of Hagel being out now, first fight tonight, and when does it happen, and who is it involved? I said it, so I'll guess against my jinx. 8 minutes in, and Corey Perry or something. Like I'm sure. I mean, he was throwing fisticuffs last time a little bit. He's a vet. He might try and stick up for his guys and everything like that. So
Corey Perry and who?
I mean Stanley. It better be.
Yeah, right. I think I'm gonna go Logan Stanley. Tries to send a message, and this is kind of me just willing it into existence, to Nikita Kucherov. 2:40 on the clock into the game.
Wow, so early tilt.
Early. We got to send a message that something has got to be done since last time. This is not just going to be a walk in the park. We didn't forget about it. This game matters. And we've proven to the rest of the league that we're here to fight for it.
I think it may have been a little bit different. Like when it just comes down to the fisticuffs and sticking up for yourself. I mean, if we had lost the last one in regulation or whatever, we lose 7-5 once they go ahead. I think maybe tonight we are more like, it's the 2 points. It's like the standings. It's bigger than that or whatever. I think it's not bigger than that because we did win that. Now we need to show that you don't come in. And again, I'm not telling any guy to get injured, obviously, but you see people fight all the time and they're right back out on the ice. So
yeah. Can't be pushing the boys around.
What do you know what? I'm going to go with a wild card one. I think this one starts just after a whistle or after someone taking a hit they don't like. It's not really off the draw. Guys are talking about it. I'm saying Samuelson and Braden Point. I'm saying I don't know.
Point's a guy to take out. Samuelson's a big boy.
Point's not a big fighter, but he's not afraid. And I think in game one he got involved a couple times. I think I could see Samuelson kind of burying him not liking it.
He almost put Oslin into the ground. Remember, he kind of went easy on Oslin. He actually earned respect for Point that night. Remember?
Yeah,
he kind of ragdolled Oslin, and he kind of let him get back into it.
Yeah.
Don, was it your guy Malenstein too that dropped Corey Perry last game?
Malenstein fought Perry, and he had a goal, I think, in the last game.
So watch out for the rematch in that tilt, because I know Perry wasn't too happy about taking that right. The barn reacted pretty wild to that.
Yeah,
For sure.
actually, Mountain might have had the Gordie Howe last game. I have to check. I think
You
he got
might be
an
right.
assist too. But yeah, Beck, looking out for him. He's not the first to drop the gloves, but he's not afraid, and especially if things get heated, yeah, he'd be a good pick too.
For certain. So those are our picks for the Power of Four for that. This past weekend, we also had the Final Four. Recapping that. So obviously on the Michigan side, a little bit less of entertainment, right? Michigan crushes. Unfortunately, somehow, we talked about it. We were all in agreement that Illinois had to be the pick against UConn, but somehow, some way, Dan Hurley finds a way with his ridiculousness.
Are you going to find yourself rooting for a Michigan Wolverines team in the final
I don't know who to
Dan
root for.
Hurley?
These are two villains. These are two heels at WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know what to expect. Yeah, you got to give credit where it's due. Dan Hurley, the resume. I think this is 3 finals in the past 4 seasons.
Yeah,
for the UConn Huskies, which is just incredible, especially with everything happening, NIL and whatnot, in today's NCAA sports world. So you got to give credit where it's due. Another steep task ahead. I think they're 7-point dogs against this Michigan team who's scored north of 90 points for what feels like the last 8 of their games. And we still have an over-under of around 140 for this championship game. So I don't really know what to expect. Like you said, I don't know which way I want things to go. The books and my mind tell me this should be a Michigan blowout. Then again, Dan Hurley's and this UConn squad have been defying the odds, what feels like all tournament, maybe even all season, Don.
Yeah, I have to come clean with you guys real quick.
I know what you're going to say.
Shit.
So yeah, lunchtime locks. My pick was Illinois. I faded myself in with my dollars though, and I pulled a snake move and went the other way. Figured I could use a W in the win column for lunchtime locks, and if I didn't win, then I could win some cash. I couldn't fade Hurley. Every time I do, he kicks my ass, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't plan on it. It was a last second move right before tip off. Oh no. Are they giving me the silent treatment?
No, we're not mad. We're just
The only thing more dangerous than fading your friends is fading yourself.
Yeah. We need to figure out what to do with this championship game now, I feel like.
Yeah, we all got to get on the same page. We got to recalibrate.
We got to get right, Don.
This has been a pretty good tournament, despite all the favorites. And what about Dan Hurley's historically good numbers at the Sweet 16 on the last 4 years, and now he's got the biggest spread in history. But then it also scares me because this Michigan coach, I don't know if you saw this, but he was scouting the Illinois UConn game in the first half of their game while he could have been getting ready with his team. Michigan coach May is crazy man.
That's nothing new. You and I were in those hallways in round 1.
That's crazy.
Round 1 is different with the look ahead, but yeah, that's something else. I also think it would be pretty cool to see Michigan go on to win just because we could say we hosted the national champion in round 1 in Buffalo. Yeah. But it really is the lesser of two evils. Either way you look at it, I don't care what side of the fence you're on. I don't know. Don't know what to expect. We got to get right with this somehow.
Yeah, I mean, Michigan looks
for sure.
Michigan looks unstoppable, but that's how Illinois looked before they ran into UConn.
Agreed.
And they have the same kind of a bunch of big boys. The physical game, and Dan Hurley too is just like a psycho. I just saw a quote where he was pretty much responding to criticism because you saw he got booed when he got on the mic, and he's like, "Is this about the headbutt?" But yeah, he says in the presser afterwards, he's like, "I don't view it as a game. I view it as a battle. We're at war." And I'm like, Jesus, dude. So I don't know how I can fade this man. I don't know how I can fade, but Michigan's scary. Blowing a team out like that in the Final Four is just nuts.
I'm not gonna lie,
another number 1 seed. Arizona, Arizona was one all year. Was ranked first in the nation all year long.
Don, everything you're saying is just lining up for this to be UConn public everywhere. 7 points. Everyone's going to look at that and think, oh my God, that's a lot of points for national championship game.
I bet you by game time it moves down to 5.5, and then they blow them out.
Easily, just because of public money. And then what Don was saying, like, this team is scary, the mindset, everything. The public's going to be all over UConn. If it does go down to 5, maybe a Michigan spread to be had there. 4.5 would be
a middle.
ideal.
Could be what they call the
4.5
fat
would be
middle.
a perfect middle. But it's going to be interesting. I do agree, though. 7 is a lot for a national championship game.
Okay, so we'll keep our eyes on that. That'll obviously be the cap of tonight for sure. But for the cap for the weekend for Buffalo sports, after the Sabres couldn't get it done on Saturday, the Banditos sure did slick in Banditland. Dane and Josh combining for 19 points. Josh Byrne with a 10-point night. Absolutely ridiculous. Finished the game on an 11-1 run against Vancouver, who's considered one of the top 4 teams in the league. So, are the Banditos all the way back in your mind?
I think so. We ran out one of the best teams in the league right out the gym. Josh and Dane are hot, but that's not the important part. We've known that they can get hot at snap of a finger, but the supporting cast is back. You have your Ian McKays finding the twine, Steve Priolo, the captain, lighting up not just the nets, but opposing chins with his fists, getting the boys fired up. This is the most buzz I've seen behind the Bandits, I think, all season. And that the barn rocking per normal. Banditland has always had their back, but 6 straight, not to be messed around with. Playoffs clinched. Now it's just a matter of seeding and finding out how many we can host.
Bandits and Sabres clinch on the same day. It's kind of an opposite of last year. I believe last year they started 6-0, and then they played 500 lacrosse the rest of the way in to the playoffs. But now they started at 500. Now they're playing their best ball, which makes you very encouraged.
Does that ever happen before? Clinching on the same day?
We have to look into that for certain.
Yeah.
But speaking, I thought you were going to do the snap when we were talking about the Priolo fight.
Oh, well, the Thanos snap.
So they had the Thanos jerseys from Marvel Night, knocks him out, and then goes to the middle as a spotlight. Dude, this was straight out of WrestleMania.
This is like Obafemi when he stays in the ring after with the lights and just.
And then he hit him with the snap, dude. And you can tell he was so proud of himself, and I was so proud of Priolo.
Oh my God, was he mapping this out when the jerseys came on?
He had to be. I mean, he had to think.
Either way, it doesn't matter. That's my captain. Love Steve Priolo.
Absolutely.
Steve, if you're watching, we'd love to have you on the show sometime. Obviously, season's busy. We know that, but
yeah.
We know you love Maniac's take.
We can't bother our captain. We
love
all eyes forward.
For sure. We're focused on a 4-peat.
But all eyes forward. For sure. MLB season starting out. Not too much crazy. Don, has anything stuck out to you about the season so far? I have the Joe Adell night from the other night. Obviously, the Yankees are off to a minor historic start given how good their pitching is, how bad their 6, 7, 8, 9 hitters are doing. Anything sticking out to you about the MLB side of things?
Not really. I was going to say the 3 robbed home runs. It's kind of opened up a debate on that third one. Which is
so first off, for sure, yes, historic thing. This is the perfect MLB example of how when you go to the ballpark, you might see something that's never been done in MLB history before. Very cool to rob 3 home runs. Talk to me about this third home run because I'm in the chat saying that this is a dinger. This is a home run.
Yeah, I feel like you have to at least jump. I don't know. It's tough because you see guys where they jump. They're still in the field of play, but they reach their glove completely over and pull it back. So it's is it the ball? Is it the body? I will say this: the famous Jeter foul ball catch. I mean, he was totally he caught it and then ran. Or followed through and went through. So I'm if you're calling that a home run, you're kind of also negating some of these foul ball catches where people just dive into foul ball territory.
Well, I gotta stop you there. So okay. I was looking into the rules. I was looking into the rules. I was trying to figure out what is the rule in this situation. And basically it said as long as you have some part of your body in the field of play or you can step on the ground or whatever, it's a live catch. So in that example you said with Jeter, if there was 1 out on that play, then everyone on base would have gotten to go an extra base or whatever because it would have been a dead ball. Jeter caught it, took 3 or 4 steps, right? and then he
Yeah.
went into the stands. So that would have been a dead ball. Like, no, like, you know, obviously the play was over, but I think it was the end of the inning. So that was kind of the loophole there. This one, there was nobody on, and he caught a home run and kind of went into the stands. I thought it should have been a dinger.
I don't know. It's just such an amazing catch, and you can see the angle from the fans that are like behind him.
Unbelievable picture. Unbelievable picture.
I just for the story, it's like I want to give it to him as a catch, and
I
just
agree.
like a record-setting night. Like
You know when the Chiefs
gotta pay that
when
catch.
the Chiefs were
Gotta pay
mad.
it.
You know when the Chiefs were mad that their lateral didn't count, and they're like, "That was so cool, like that should have counted."
Yeah.
And then it's kind of the same, like.
Well, yeah, I suppose they paid the one to catch though, and the Chiefs did not count. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. I thought. Did you guys see the photo from the stands? No. I mean, the fan took right behind.
We were just talking
Oh,
about
I'm
that.
sorry.
Maybe 30 seconds ago.
Popping. That's popping.
You were vibing. You're ingesting your water. I get it for sure.
I was popping.
You're popping the water for sure. That's fair. That's fair. All right. Well, hey,
He was just zoned
Joe
out
Adele was obviously
thinking
out
of
in
the
the field.
Sabrina Carpenter music video.
What do we got? Oh yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah, before we sign off, we are going to get Slick's exclusive review of what he saw from the Sabrina Carpenter house tour video, which is now out on all platforms. But speaking of things that might be hot, it's time for Who's Hot and Who's Not, sponsored by Salino Plumbing, HVAC, and Electric. Yes, we are shooting off here, and I am shooting off with a rerun for my hot
Yeah, this is crazy.
Banditos. Last week it was coming in, they won 5 straight. They blow out Vancouver. Matt Vince allows 5 goals over 4 quarters. They outscore them 11-1 from the second quarter on. Absolute Bandito domination. They are fuego. They are in flames.
Inferno.
Absolute disco inferno, some would say. Your hot, Slick?
My
Or do we go
hot?
my not? What do we do
Up
here?
to you. I just jumbled this
All
last
right,
time.
my bad. Let me go not to make this easier. Just like last week, Amanda Batula and Wes Wilson. So I have in the first history of Trainwreck today, the first double run back on who's hot and who's not. Amanda Batula, Wes Wilson. Things couldn't be going worse. They're losing brand deal. Lindsey Hubbard is activated. Carl's a mess. We got to figure this out.
Making history today here on Trainwreck today, episode 91. My hot, however, Steve Priolo. We already touched on it. Oh, captain, my captain, Banditos with a roaring 15-5 victory to make it 6 straight over Vancouver Warriors. Steve Priolo with the highlight of the year with the right hand, heard around the world, followed by the Thanos snap, heard around the world in the Marvel jerseys. Very well done, Steve Priolo. He's hot. Banditos are hot. Hopefully on their way to a 4th straight championship. My not, however, you could have said this in any capacity a long time ago, no matter how you feel, but a lot of wrestling fans have a reason to feel this way about Pat McAfee not being hot. Randy Orton was on the phone for 2 weeks, Maniac.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Wrestling,
2 weeks.
Wrestling is more than one royal family, right?
For sure.
Bob Orton, Ted DiBiase Jr.,
Matt Riddle?
Vince McMahon,
Kevin Owens?
Nope. Pat McAfee, here to remind everyone about the GOAT conversation and the Attitude Era fans. and
Nothing
what?
like saying your own product sucks.
And what? Ticket sales? What? WrestleMania? What?
Like,
Randy
I'm
Orton?
confused. Like, what exactly is, like, if you look at it, like, let's just say I'm not even mad that it's Pat McAfee, okay?
Yeah.
What is Pat McAfee reactivating in this situation? Like, what is he bringing back to the surface that wasn't there, like, already?
Nothing. Yeah, you hit him
Hold on,
that shit.
can I interest you in nothing?
Fuck! Yeah, I mean, it's quite ridiculous. I'm glad wrestling fans are seeing through this.
I can't believe they put Cody back out there because the feedback was so bad.
Yeah, and like the Disco Inferno of it all. Did you see that promo?
Yeah.
I thought reasonably well done. Do you think that was most of it was a shoot? A little bit?
Yeah.
Flavored in?
100%.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, McAfee, not hot. as some have said, he'll go on and his show will do just fine, but the wrestling fans are suffering, and it would seem Mania ticket sales are suffering as well. I don't think this is necessarily going to help. Don, spin us around. Who do you got for hot?
All right, my hot, it's not a great hot, but you can't lie right now. Basketball blowouts have never been hotter. We had the first two instances in history in the NBA back-to-back within 3-4 days of each other where teams averaged 24-point victories. We were joking on the show. I'm like, if there's a spread over 16, just bet it every time these days because these tanks are getting unbelievable. And then also in the Final Four, honestly, I would consider the UConn game even a blowout. I mean, UConn was in control the entire time against Illinois. I don't think Illinois even sniffed a lead, and by the end, UConn pulled away. And obviously, Michigan just smacked around Arizona like it was no one's business. So, I mean, gear up. We might be headed for Blowoutsville for the finals.
Is it the National Blowout Association or is it Never Betting Again?
Oh, no.
I think it's the National Blowout Association.
No, it would seem that way.
Is it the National College Athletic Association of Blowouts, NCAAB?
Oh, jeez.
And then did you see that one guy who was betting every under for the women's games, like the last 10 games, and they all went under because he was pointing out how Gino Auriemma was pointing out how all the conditions are terrible. They don't get to practice that week. The balls are overinflated and everything, and just every game went way under.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah. And then Gino Auriemma kind of crashed out. Did you see him in the line about?
Yeah. Well,
we'll talk more about that later. Yeah. But Don, who you got for your knot?
Oh, real quick. Speaking of hot, you might see I'm wiping my eyes. I put sunscreen on my face because I have very fair skin. You've seen me burn after one day. I'm now sweating. Sunscreen's dripping in my eyes. I'm crying. It burns.
Oh, no.
I'm fighting through for the sanctity of the show. For who's not, Sabres offense, first and second lines.
Don's suntan lotion is dripping into his eyes, and producer Rachel's laughing.
What do you have to say for yourself?
It's crazy.
Get a better sunscreen. I don't know.
Oh.
This is SPF 40 special clear face. I don't know. It's
no,
fancy.
Yeah, you might be onto something then, Rachel.
I think I thought it was fancy.
Yeah. 40.
This isn't banana boat or whatever.
I thought SPF could only be in denominations of 15. It was 30, 60, 90. Oh, I 40. What is that, Canadian?
Normally I rock 50, honestly, but I'm trying to get a little tan. But for my who's not, Sabres first and second lines. Listen, everybody's losing their minds that Logan Stanley's the one to blame for all of this, while we're not getting any production really out of our studs, and our power play stinks. I mean, when we're hot, it's when Tage was going off, when Norris was scoring, when Tuck was scoring. I mean, yeah, especially the second line, Oslin, Tuck. I mean, or not Oslin. I'm sorry,
McLeod, Quinn,
McLeod, and up. See that they don't like that I'm being honest about this. Their cameras.
They don't like that.
The
truthers are trying to stop you.
Yeah, I don't blame Logan Stanley at all. Honestly, yeah, I mean, the first two lines got to step up and they got to get it right quick. Also, interesting thing, side note for Sabres fans, I think I saw, what was it, on the first Stanley Cup that the Panthers won out of their last two, they went 3-7 in their last 10 games. That was also, if you remember, the Sabres are trying to catch them and sneak in, and we also sucked for our last 10 games. So kind of interesting thing there. They ended up sneaking in the spot we were hoping to get. They win a cup. So anything can really happen. Also, honorary who's not Hagel. I mean, I would have put it before the show, but I can't get over that. I'm distracted. It's hard for me to focus on anything else right now.
I am beside myself on that news, but that's who's hot, who's not. Brought to you by our friends at Salino Plumbing, HVAC, and Electric. Getting into the rest of it, obviously, speaking of the association last night, did you catch the Lakers Mavericks game at all? Kind of just popped on my TV.
Saw these stat lines. I saw LeBron yelling at Les Sperm on the court. It was pretty insane. The history happening.
I thought that was pretty calm by LeBron standards.
That was just like dad in the driveway.
Also,
moment.
just to be clear, worst pass I've ever seen.
Not
Like,
a
if my
great,
son
not
was
a
giving
great
me
pass.
that pass, I'd be like,
Why are you
doing,
posting
dude?
up your dad at the 3-point line?
Like, dude, I literally gave birth to you. Like, give me a better pass. Birth me with a better pass.
Genomes
there,
are
for
better
sure.
than
You
that.
know there's all those memes like when your dad's driving you home after you like go like 0 for 4 in Little League. And
Oh
he's
my
just,
gosh,
like,
yes.
Look at you. I wonder. I mean, obviously they're grown men, so they're not. But I like to imagine that like LeBron's driving him home and he's sitting in the back seat. He's just like, what the fuck was that
LeBron
pass?
probably I remember what before he got drafted, they were asking Bronny like about that exact scenario. He's like, hell no, I'm gonna drive myself home. LeBron, the type of dad to FaceTime Bronny as they're both driving home to the same house.
Yeah, I can see it.
and then start going through
What way
film.
what way did you take? I was asking about that. For
Why
sure.
am I meeting you home?
For sure. I
wonder
mean,
if
it is easy to forget Bronny's 21. He should still be in college for sure. Like based on his level of his talent, where it's at, like he would be dominating.
By
NCAA.
the way, did you guys even realize Bryce James was on that Arizona team?
I did not realize he was on that Arizona team, and then he declared for the draft.
He declared?
You didn't know?
No, he declared after 0 minutes.
Yeah, after zero.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure he declared because you know what's going to happen.
0 minutes and one piece of twine
The
from that
three-headed
net.
monster. They're going to get the three-headed monster out on the court.
I'm sick.
I think the tweet was that he's declaring for the draft and expected to be taken the second round by the LA Lakers. I mean, I don't know. I'll have to check that because I'm no Woj. I'm no Shams.
That could have been a meme.
What is this about the 2016 stat lines?
Don, if you want to pull this up, if you don't mind. I just saw this on the timeline, and you have all these superstars of the NBA with these stat lines that they had last night. It looks like we're in a time capsule from 10 years ago.
Oh, is it like Durant, Curry?
Yeah.
Curry was back last night. I fell asleep for that game. How did he do?
And he ended up coming off the bench, too. We'll check out his stat line here.
Wow, 29 off the bench?
Yep. I mean, that was like a six-man situation with Steph Curry, give or take. James Harden, 28. Kawhi Leonard, 26.
Yeah, this is like the generation. And then you have the next gen of like Anthony Edwards, SGA.
Old dogs showing
Cunningham.
that they don't necessarily need new tricks. They still got it.
I need to see this Laker game and see how hard LeBron was trying to get that last rebound.
Oh, dude, he was grinding out the rebounds. I remember for sure.
Oh, my God,
Bro,
yeah.
he was
Just missing that triple-double.
Because they pointed it out. He was at like 7 or 8 or something. There was like 6 minutes to go. He was grinding, dude, and that game went right down to 11. And you saw at the end, actually, if you fire up the highlights, it was like 45 seconds left, and he looked kind of pissed, like the Mavericks were going to the line. And I wonder if it's because he realized he wasn't going to get the triple-double. But I will give credit. Like I think there was a point where he was like 7 of 8 last night, and it was like they were down 15. So it's just like the Lakers are in trouble. No Reeves and no Doncic this stretch run.
Also, Cooper Flags.
Flag unbelievable.
Those Rookie of the Year numbers basically secured last night. It would seem
he's
after.
now favorite.
Or just shot into favorite position, yes.
Like apparently 48 hours ago, that other guy was minus 2,000.
Knuppel?
Yeah, Knuppel or whatever was minus 2,000. Now they're at a pick'em. Like, oh my God, I would be so mad if I had that ticket, dude. I would be so mad.
Definitely.
It's a great time for the exciting whites in the association right now.
Okay, all righty.
Never betting again.
Speaking of an exciting time, this Colorado Rockies Glizilla.
Yeah, this 1 foot long.
This looks like the nachos thing, but it's a hot dog.
Yeah, 1 foot long and 1 pound.
This is nuts.
A full pound.
It says it's for sharing. Who's sharing a hot dog?
Yeah, I would love to know.
Like who's biting and being like, "Here, bro, you take the other one."
You want a bite of my Glizilla?
Troubling.
Here we got it.
Instagram. Sorry, I thought it was on Twitter. Yeah, here we go.
Oh, you're good.
Well,
the people need to see this. Oh, is it gone?
There we go. Nope, we got it.
Oh my gosh, it's coming right at me.
Scroll on that bad boy, if you can.
Nope.
Let's see. Oh my God. Oh.
It's crazy.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's like I think
God.
it'd feed families,
That's a weapon.
multiple families.
That someone can get
Yeah,
charged.
if you get hit, like just a baton, it's like
Yeah,
it's like
that's
a
a police
baton for
baton.
sure. Yeah.
We definitely
Oh my-
know a lot about hitting people with meat, especially at meat raffles. So
Okay, that's very fair. Producer Rachel chimed in that she has some meat expertise there. All right,
Yes.
well, we'll have to investigate
It
that after the
takes
show.
one to know one, I
for
guess.
sure.
Yeah.
But speaking of
Definitely
knowing, Jesse Pagula trying to go back to back at the Charleston
Did
Open.
go back to back.
Go back to back at the Charleston Opens. Good bounce back from the Miami Open, where she maybe had a little disappointing finish, I guess.
Yeah, it's awesome too. It must feel good. Like when she's from the Carolinas, correct?
Yes.
Must be good winning
Born in
your kind of
Buffalo, but
your hometown tournament though. It spends a lot of time out there.
I agree. Southern
So-
Charm, big.
Yeah, got the
I didn't
familiar with
realize-
the territory. I guess.
I didn't realize so that they like Summer House Summer Charmed it, like they did Madison Keys broke it all down on their channel. They did like 5 million views on the Madison Keys
Are you
breakdown.
serious?
Yeah, it
They
was
broke it
insane.
down?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
like,
I'm gonna have
she
to
did
check
it.
that out.
Oh, it's insane. Great breakdown by Madison
Just real quick
Keys.
too, the that we are circling back to Dawn Staley.
Yes,
Gino
well,
Auriemma
that's
of it
what I
all.
figure is a perfect time for the crash out line of Trainwreck Sports, brought to you
Agreed.
by William Matar Law Offices. Again, I cannot say it enough, boys. We're breaking droughts that have lasted for a decade and a half. The Banditos are on a 6-game winning streak. Our fans are not crashing out right now. There's a lot of positivity. There's a lot of optimism. Even the wide receiver, diehards are like, here comes, a wide receiver for us in the draft. A lot of people optimistic. So we kind of have to identify these crash outs as they happen in real time. Dawn Staley and Gino Auriemma were just crashing out all over each other at this Final Four women's over the weekend.
Yeah, it's crazy. You don't typically see Gino Auriemma act like this. I think all parties involved kind of alluded to that at some point. Dawn Staley, obviously a badass in her own right, former U.S. women's Olympic coach, former assistant with the Celtics, Spurs as well, I believe. One of the most historic coaches in women's college basketball history, stands her own ground. I don't know exactly the call they were arguing over. I think some timeout foul situation down the stretch with UConn, South Carolina. Dawn Staley handled it very well, I thought, especially for how rare of it was Gino Auriemma to crash out in such a fashion. But Gino, obviously, as you would see, go on to put out a statement. Don't want to take anything away from South Carolina squad. Dawn Staley said a similar thing moving forward. And then they would go on to get crushed by like 30 to UCLA for their first title in women's basketball
the
history.
TikToks on the championship thing. How did you like that?
I mean, Juju Smith-Schuster would be proud for sure.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I think
also,
one of
folks,
the. I was just saying, in terms of crash outs, I think the biggest one locally is, again, like the Logan Stanley of it all. I mean, I need some of these people to call in, because there's people on Twitter saying, fire Yarmo, like, over this move. I'm not kidding. They're out, like, and then there's people joking, being like, yeah, I think anytime this team slumps, we just fire our GM. That's just the
I mean,
knows?
even like the slump right now. I mean, like,
guys, it's like
and I know it's
games.
alarming because Sabres fans feel like, oh well, if we just put Kesselring back out there, if we just put like like there's just certain players where you put it back out there, oh our tertiary numbers are better or whatever. We're trying to figure out a way to win a Stanley Cup. I don't think this is about winning one round to anybody in the Sabres organization. So they're working to get better at that. But it's just very funny that like we're like 2-4-1 or something in the last 7, and people are like, oh my God, this is like a disaster. Like, are we just gonna go like 60-20 every season like the Golden State Warriors? Like, that's not gonna happen.
I also think I have a suggestion for a crash out line for the next couple weeks.
Okay.
It should be the drought is out line. Guys, you don't need to just be
That's fair.
crashing out to call in
Crash
to
out
the
about
line.
the drought.
The drought is out. Call in. Celebrate with us. Tell us how happy you are. Tell us where you were the last time the Sabres clinched a playoff spot. I know for me it was ages ago how I was just a youngster. Call in. Tell us about how you're pumped for the Sabres in the postseason. The drought is out line. Don't crash out online, or don't talk about the drought being out online. Crash out on our line. 716-226-6263.
Well, we got AA Barber crashing in about the Bandits right now. Go
Yeah.
Bandits celebrating a huge playoff clinching win against the quote-unquote best team in the NLL. A. Barber says not so fast about
so
the best team.
Not so fast. Not so fast. Banditos are inevitable for sure. Hey, Barber, I like that.
Best team in the NLL now belongs to Banditland, some are saying.
Well, you would just have to. I mean, Banditos have won 6 in a row. They've beaten some of the top contenders. Who is going to say that they're more confident going into the postseason in this next stretch? Let's just stay healthy and let's keep doing what we're doing from a Banditos sense.
Guys, we have some breaking news real quick before.
Oh,
we
yeah. Is this what I think it is?
In a stunning move, our girl, Angel Reese, traded to the Atlanta Dream. Headed to Hotlanta right before the WNBA starts. Interesting move. Yeah.
Shout out Taylor Rooks with the report. Did not see this one coming.
Angel in the ATL. Reese is about to make Atlanta a magic city. Here we go.
Oh my God! I feel like this is great for a podcast. Like real. Like
oh my gosh! I mean, like I hate to say it, but like I mean, well, Chicago is kind of a hub too, though.
It is. Hotlanta is just it's a little different. It's a little spicier, a little hotter.
There's a certain
entertainment wise.
There's a certain culture about it.
Yeah,
that I think.
I mean, Atlanta Hawks were gonna have Magic City night for an NBA game.
Yeah, that is for certain. It's gonna be a whole different thing.
The dream.
You see Angel Reese doing the Dirty Bird week 1 at the Georgia Dome. I mean, outstanding. All right, well, listen.
The chicken dance.
We'll see how Caitlin Clark answers back. She's got to have some storyline for sure, because these two have always gone head-to-head. Listen, just like the NBA, the WNBA never stops. We like that storyline. Crazy to see Angel Reese traded. Any final thoughts here on Trainwreck Today 91, boys?
Brandon Hagel, I fucking hate you.
We're going to figure out the Brandon Hagel situation. You deserve to be able to punch Brandon Hagel, and we are going to make that happen.
Yeah. I mean, get out there. Happy Dingus Day, everybody. I'm celebrating here. No one knows what the fuck it is down in Florida, but I'm letting them know. I don't know what it is myself.
Will we have exclusive footage from inside enemy territory tonight?
Yeah, I brought the selfie stick that Zach gave me. So I'm charging right now. Going to have it fully charged. I'm gonna hit the beach real quick and then and just kind of lounge out, and then we're headed into enemy territory. Though here's the weird thing: I'm doing my research on where to go, and it sounds like wherever I go, there's going to be a good percentage of Sabres fans, like because it's spring break and the Florida is like southern New York, like so,
right,
man,
right, especially Tampa too. I mean, we got more Lightning fans up in Ontario than they probably do down there.
Yeah, for real.
All right, folks, we'll stay on the line, obviously, for future events and everything. A huge week ahead, but we are locked in on this April 6th, this Dingus Day in Western New York. A huge shout out to Don joining us from enemy territory there in Tampa, Florida. Huge shout out to Rachel in the Saddle List, making everything happen, everything go clean for you. Whether you're in the cubicle, on the road, or at home, thank you for letting us in to your ears via YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram. Heard of Buffalo, Trainwreck Sports. Make sure you're following along because it never stops, Slick.
Train never stops. A lot of carriages, a lot of moving parts. But rain, sleet, snow, or hail, this train will prevail. And if you're not on board now, I suggest you get off the damn tracks.
It's time to party with the Polish. Let's get to South Buffalo. Let's make it happen. Huge shout out to our friends here. Let's have a great day now.
The drought's over. The drought's over.